Welcome back to my math channel. In this video, I will answer you question number 2 from Pearson Edexcel A-level exam for Pure Math 1. This exam was taken in May-June session year 2024. Paper reference code is WMA11/01. In this question, given that m equals to 2 to the power n, express each of the following in simplest form in terms of m. First part 2 to the power n plus 3 and b second part 16 to the power 3n. 2 to the power n equals to, it is given in the question that 2 to the power n is equals to m. It is given here. We will start with this one. So we will get from here 2 to the power n. So straight away you will get the answer in terms of m. For the first part, you can write as 2 to the power n plus 3. So this power could be split into two numbers like 2 to the power n into 2 to the power 3. When bases are same, powers are added. You can split this power into these two numbers n and 3. Because bases are same, powers are added. It is the rule. So 2 to the power n could be replaced by its value that equals to m. Okay. So this is m and 2 to the power 3 equals to 8. So answer of this part will be 8m. Got it? So this is the answer for the first part. For second part, you need to find 16 to the power 3n. So you can split this one into, 16 is 2 to the power 4. 16 is equals to 2 to the power 4. You can write like this, 2 to the power 4 and power 3n. You know that power to power always multiplied. Power to power is multiplied. So you can write as 2 to the power 4 multiplied 3 is 12n. And again, you can rearrange this one to get the answer for 2 to the power n, because this is given only 2 to the power n equals to m. We need our answer in terms of m. Okay. So you can rearrange this one as 2 to the power n power 12. Because power to power is multiplied, you can split this one like that. Now the answer of this part will be, because 2 to the power n is m, so answer will be m to the power 12. So second part is done as well. Hopefully you understand it. Now in second part, in this question you must show all stages of your working. Solutions relying on calculator technology are not acceptable. Solve this equation. Solving means you need to find the value of x. You need to find value of x from here. Give your answer in form p plus q square root 3, where p and q are integers. Let me write this question here for second part. X square root 3 minus 3 equals to x plus square root 3. In next step, you need to collect the x values on one side. So you can bring this 3 to right and move this value x on the left hand side. So it will be x square root 3 minus x, and this will be plus there. So it will be 3 plus square root 3. Square root 3 is already there, so this minus 3 becomes positive 3. From these two values, you can take x value out of these two numbers. Because here coefficient is 1, so you can move x outside of the bracket. So it will be square root 3 minus 1 and x here. So it will be 3 plus square root 3. We want to get the value of x and we want x alone. So because this value is multiplying here, this value, so it will divide to the other side. X will be equals to 3 plus square root 3 divided by square root 3 minus 1. Because we don't want a surd inside in the denominator, whenever a square root involves in the denominator, we always rationalize such kind of function. Okay. To rationalize this one to right hand side, you just multiply by its conjugate. Means you just change the sign of this one, whatever the sign is here. You just multiply with that, just change that sign. It will be square root 3 plus 1. The sign is here minus, so you can take here plus, and multiply and divide by the same number. So it will be balanced now. In the denominator, we can apply this formula, a plus b into a minus b. It is called difference of two squares. Okay. So we can apply this formula in the denominator, because it is a and here it is b. It is a minus b and a plus b, so you can apply that rule. Here in the numerator, this 3 will multiply with one first value and second value same, this square root 3 will multiply with first and second value. Usual multiplication, got it? So it is the rule. So 3 multiplied square root 3 will be 3 square root 3. 3 multiply 1 is 3. Square root 3 multiply square root 3, we can, because they are same, you can make them square, okay? And this one square root 3 multiply 1 will be square root 3 only. And in the denominator, we can apply that rule, that is called difference of two squares. Square of the first value minus square of the second value. This square is cancelled with square root, this square is cancelled with square root. We know that this value is square root 3, this value is square root 3. They are like terms, so you can solve them together. 3 square root 3 plus square root 3 is 4 square root 3. So it is 4 square root 3, and 3 plus 3, because square root is cancelled now, it will be 3 plus 3 is 6. And in the denominator, it is 3 minus 1 is 2. Now, from the numerator, you can keep 2 outside of these two values because it is a common factor. So it left with 2 square root 3 because 2 multiplied 2 is 4. Now in the next term, it will be 3 only because 2 multiplied 3 is 6. And divide by 2. This 2 and that 2 can be cancelled out, and the answer of this one should be in this form. First value will be the number without square root, and so better you write this way, p plus q square root 3 in this form. P and q are integers. You can mention the values for p and q as well. So better you write this way, 3 plus 2 square root 3. If you compare this result with the result that is given in the question, this value is p. Therefore, p is 3 and q is 2. So this is question number 2. Hopefully you understand it. If you have any question, write in the comment box. Thank you.